So good morning viewers, we are live here from the Katy cricket fields for the second game of the day. It's between Kings 11 Atlanta, that's the Eastern Mavericks versus Northern X Factor. Northern X Factor of course had a very great outing in their first game, put up 220 and they beat the home team Houston, the South. So now the Eastern Mavericks, they have batting first. It's 1 over, 1 for none. Shane Raina and Jagmohan Singh are the two openers for the Eastern Mavericks. Davinder Vasudeva bowled the first over. 1 over gave away no run. It was a maiden. Meanwhile, Sainath Gajendran is starting his first over. Gave away a single on the first ball. So off the mark straight away here, Jagmohan Singh. You all know he's an explosive batter up top of the order and he would be looking to make most of it today here. This is the over 40 T20 Nationals 2024 that's happening in Houston. And Jagmohan Singh to face. Here we go. That's swept away on the leg side. That's another boundary. Easily done there. So he started off in really good touch here, Jagmohan. 2 balls faced, 2 boundaries struck. Pretty easy. Looking in good touch out there. It was a silent first over, but now they've already got 9 runs of the very first 3 balls. There's 6 games going on around Houston, 4 games at this Katy cricket fields and 2 games at Badri. So Jagmohan, of course, one of the players to watch out for. Batting with a strike rate of 400, just faced 2 balls, 8 runs for him. Sainath Gajendran. Now a deep mid and a long on in place for him. Let's cut away off the back foot and good job done there by the foot. By the backward point fielder. Comes back for the second run. Good running between the wickets. That's what they need. Here we go, left arm spinner this time, bowled it outside the off stump, left alone by Jagmohan Singh. So dot ball to finish off this over. After 2 overs, Eastern Mavericks 12 for none. Shane Raina, he takes us time to settle in and then he scores his runs. He's not the kind of batter that goes against the bowling straight away right from the first ball. He will take his time to settle down a bit, get used to the conditions. Jagmohan Singh is already in his double digits. This is a left hand right hand combination, top of the order. Beautiful shot. Wide of the fielder at mid wicket. The timing is so good. Races away towards the boundary. It was in the air for a while, but wide of the fielder at mid wicket. Very difficult chance for him. So Shane Raina, he too hits his first boundary, batting on 5 of 9. Eastern Mavericks is also a very good team to watch out for. Has some really good players. Again, look at that shot, looking very confident with that. Watching the ball till the very last moment, playing it under his eyes. Good, good. It's the winder to continue. He's into his second over. What a shot! Sheer class in that. Beautiful cover drive. It had class written all over it. Shane Raina now, he too is getting into the act. Going down on one knee and found the gap excellently on this occasion. The timing was splendid. No doubt about that. Second boundary for him. And this time was swing and a miss. Keeper has a shy at the stumps, but Shane well inside his crease. Again, looks like good conditions to bat out here. We saw a high scoring game in the first innings. The mighty Dallas put up 207 runs with a century from Ahmed Butt. This time around again looking like a good wicket to bat on. And we'll get to see some good runs being put up on the board. It's the last ball of the third over coming up. Again, a really good looking shot. Misfield will allow them a single. Shane will keep strike after 3 overs. The Eastern Mavericks are 21 for none.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we are live here at the Katy Stadium for our second round of matches. This one between the Kings 11 Atlanta versus the Eastern Mavericks, where the Kings 11 are batting first, and after playing the first 3 overs, they've scored 21 runs without losing a wicket. Good start here from the two openers, Shane Raina and Jagmohan Singh. They've each scored 10 runs each, and they're looking to build on theirs because we have 3 more overs to go for the power play. And we have Sainath Gajendra, who will be bowling for the Eastern Mavericks now. And that's a good looking shot there on the onside. It's covered down there in the mid wicket region, but it'll just be a single.
He saw the gap on the leg side. He tried to go toward in that gap, but not middling the ball quite well. Otherwise, he would have loved the ball to clear the fence. Went down on one knee. Now this will be an interesting contest here. An explosive batter against a spinner in the power play. Here we go. Short ball, cut away in the gap. 2 fielders running behind the ball. And fielders managed to stop it. Keep it down to 2. 24 for none. The 4th over now. Shane Raina has taken a bit to settle in, batting on 11 of 14. Meanwhile, Jagmohan batting with a strike rate of 200 already. Goes over the infield on the leg side. No chance for the fielder in the deep. Another boundary here for Jagmohan Singh. That's his 3rd. So easy pickings here for Jagmohan Singh. He waited for the ball to arrive and goes down on one knee and hovers it over the leg side for 4.
Brilliant shot there from Jagmohan again. 4 runs, finding that gap on the onside. So this is great batting so far. Trying to target at least 1 or 2 boundaries per over, and rightly so. It's the power play time, and Kings 11 Atlanta showing all the power they have in this power play. Here comes Sainath. Little good length delivery there. Getting a dot ball finally for this over. 2 more balls to go. Kings 11 Atlanta with a solid start at the moment. Sainath again. Brilliantly bowled and well played. Coverage there from the keepers, from the fielders, beg your pardon, on the offside. So 7 runs of the first 5 balls. 1 more ball to go for the end of the 4th over. A positive start so far from the Kings 11 Atlanta. And we're looking to finish off strongly with the following 2 overs. Here comes Sainath. Flighted up, and that's a lot of timing there for the batter. And he finds the gap and the elevation, going for a boundary. Finishing off the over with another boundary is Jagmohan Singh. So the Kings 11 Atlanta, after the end of 4 overs, are 32 for no loss.
So 32 for none after 4. Still 2 overs of power play to be bowled. And it's Davinder into his 3rd. In the air and in the gap as well. Good timing. Making use of the pace on the bowler's delivery. A boundary here for Shane. Moves on to 15 of 15 now. The boundaries keep coming here for the Kings 11 Atlanta. Now he's batting with a strike rate of 100 here. He took his time to settle in at the first over, was just watchful. And now you see, he's finding the gaps pretty easily. Just some delay in play. Umpire just having a look at the ball. Consulting with his partner. Some issue with the ball, it seems like. And we are good to go with the same ball. So current run rate 8.64. Will take them to more than 170. What a shot that. Pulled away behind square on the leg side. He's batting splendidly with pure class. His 4th boundary now. Just look at it. Elegance in his shots. Playing it very late, waiting for the ball to arrive and just guiding it towards the fine leg region. So 2 fours to start off this over with. Let's see how Davinder comes back. Here we go, Shane walking down again, goes over. Not the region that he wanted to go, but still gets 4 runs. This time getting the top edge and ball going above the keeper's head for a boundary.
This is a dream start here for the Kings 11 Atlanta at the moment. And this over, like 3 balls, 3 boundaries for Shane Raina. This is something they dreamt of, to start off with pretty strongly here. Davinder Vasudeva not happy, would not be happy so far with the 3 balls his ball in this over. He'll be looking to finish strong. Here he comes Davinder. This time on the outside, straight to the fielder in the backward point region. A dot ball. Not a good throw there from the fielder, and then they're able to steal a single now. Good thinking there from the batters, making sure the ball is in their hands and then taking the full advantage of it, getting a single.
So 9 fours already. Out of 45 runs, 36 runs have come in boundaries. One more over of power play to be bowled after this one. Now just having a change in field is sending the point fielder back. Point goes back and long off comes in. He would be looking to bowl it short and wide outside the off stump. Here we go. In comes Davinder. And looking to heave. Oh no, that's sloppy. That's not needed here. It's poor fielding resulting in a boundary. This had to be stopped. Not getting his body behind the ball. Not bending down completely. Ball going below his arms. The 49 already up on the board with 1 ball to go in the 5th. Both the batters batting on 24. Here we go. Last ball of the over. That's a heave and the edge takes it past the short third fielder for a boundary. So what an over this. 5 boundaries in this over. 21 coming off it. After 5, the Eastern Mavericks are 53 for 1.
Check that already.
So new bowler coming into the attack. It's Saj Jamshed. Still an over of power play to be bowled. Let's see how it goes.
So 53 for no loss, 5 overs. This will be the last over for the power player. Kings 11 Atlanta have taken the full advantage of it. Shane Raina on 24, Jagmohan Singh on 28. And they're looking to finish strong now. This is a dream start so far. Here comes Saj Jamshed. Good start here from Saj Jamshed. This is his first over. A new bowler coming in here for the Eastern Mavericks. As you can see, a great start, showing the projected score to be well over 200 if they keep on this run rate and the momentum they have begun at with. There's a minor change in helmets and caps here for the batter. The change of fortune here might be for Shane Raina. 24 runs of 19 deliveries. A healthy striker at this point of the time. Here comes Saad. Flighted over a low full toss, and that's straight down the ground, and it'll reach for a boundary. So Shane Raina again dealing with boundaries now. This is good stuff here from the Kings 11 Atlanta. Making sure the power play is being used to full effect. First runs conceded of Saad Jamshed's over. Here comes Saad again. A little fuller this time, but straight to the fielder. They'll take a single nonetheless. Brings Jagmohan Singh on strike.
Jagmohan batting with a strike rate of more than 200. Always an exciting batsman to watch out for, Jagmohan Singh. Now there's a deep mid wicket, or rather a deep square leg going back on the boundary for Jagmohan. There's a deep point. So sweeper and a deep square leg for him. And that's a good job done there by the feet. He went through the covers region, but the fielder at covers stops it with his feet, saves a certain 2 for his side. 6 runs in this over so far. Shane would be looking to make the most out of the last 2 deliveries. Tried to bowl a slower delivery, but ended up being a wide. Left alone on its way by Shane. Smashed on the leg side, only a single. 8 runs in this over. The run rate about 10. And that's the last ball of the over now. Last ball of the power play. Can Jagmohan finish it off with a boundary or a 6? Here we go. He does. That's a boundary to finish off the power play. Easily done. The ball was pitched up. All he had to do was clear his front leg and hit it in the gap on the leg side. That's what he did. So 12 runs coming off this over. After 6 overs, the Kings 11 Atlanta are 65 for none.
End of the power play. The Kings 11 Atlanta 65 for no loss. You can see a new bowler in Amanullah Akbar. He's picked up 11 wickets in his 11 matches he has played so far, and he'll be looking to make a breakthrough year for the Eastern Mavericks, and they are in a desperate need of a breakthrough. Break up this partnership, peg them back a little bit, because if these two openers for the Kings 11 Atlanta keep on going, it might create havoc here out here at the Katy Hockley Stadium in this Masters cricket tournament.
Not to forget, this is not a big ground as the Prairie View cricket fields. The grounds are smaller. The boundaries are closer, especially the square boundaries. So Amanullah he would be looking to get a breakthrough here. That's gone down the leg side. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. It's a wide signal by the umpire. So not a good start here after the batting power play. The run rate above 11 now. So two fielders inside the ring on the leg and two inside the ring on the off. Here comes Amanullah. That's it, straight back to the bowler. There is a point fielder and a backward point. Two men on the off and a backward square and a mid wicket on the leg inside the ring. Again heaves it on the leg side. A misfield. That's a boundary. Sloppy effort on the boundary. This should have been stopped. Again the fielder just not getting his body behind the line of the ball. Misfield allowing them 4. In comes Amanullah. A good delivery to come back from him. Attacking the stumps, not giving any width. Not letting the batter to get underneath the ball on this occasion. 7 runs have come in this over so far.
Three balls bowled. Keeping it tight this time, Amanullah Akbar. Already 6 runs of the over so far. Shane Raina, the batsman on strike, is playing on 30. Here comes Amanullah. And that's a good looking drive. He'll take a single. It'll get dark. The last ball of the over coming up. And that's a big one down the ground. Reaches the other ground here. A 6 to finish off the 7th over by Chakmohan Singh. And the Kings 11 Atlanta after the end of 7 overs are 79 for no loss.
So the run rate is still above 11. Jagmohan Singh is 1 hit away from a quick fire half century here. Batting on 44 of 18. He has taken the attack on the opposition right from the first ball he faced. And we are batting only one end at this ground to save time. This is a T20 game, not to forget, not the usual 45 overs that we have at Masters. Here we go. Shane on strike, Saad Jamshed to continue. There's the stats for him: 1 match, 1 innings, 2 wickets. He had a good outing in the first match that was played on the Katy Hockley cricket fields, just a different ground. The ground was much smaller. They managed to score 220 in their first innings and were able to defend it quite comfortably. The home team, Houston, South Stunners, I believe, or South Strikers, they were not able to chase it down. But what an implosive start here from the Eastern Mavericks, especially Jagmohan Singh. He's been the architect in his power play. Not to forget 5 boundaries that are hit by 5 or 6 boundaries that Shane Ryan has hit. All those were really classy looking shots. Now a left-hander against a left-hander. Walks down the track, in the air, and taken in the deep. So the fielder was well placed for that. The fielder at cow corner, a long boundary over there, not able to clear it. He stepped down towards the pitch of the ball, went over, but just not able to clear a fence. First wicket down, and Saad Jamshed provides the breakthrough here for the Northern X Factors. Shane Ryan gone for a really good mate, 31. It's 79 for 1, Kings 11 Atlanta.
So crucial breakthrough here from the Eastern Mavericks, finally breaking that first wicket partnership here between Jagmohan Singh and Shane Raina. Shane Raina had to depart for a well-made 39, and Saad Jamshed, the happier of the lot from the bowlers, and picking up that very first wicket. It brings out the new batter in for the Kings 11 Atlanta, Taresh Grover, who's taking strike, a right-handed batter. Great experience for him as well over time. So 79 for 1. They still have a really good start so far in this match, and they'll be looking to build on this. Taresh Grover will be looking to build that foundation with Jagmohan Singh at the moment, who's batting on 44 of just 18 deliveries, inching closer to his half century. Meanwhile, Saad Jamshed will be looking to keep it tight to the new batter in, setting up his field right now at the moment. A fine leg in place for him at the moment, with the third man in, and a deep backward square. Very well bowled, and a dot ball to start off the innings here for Taresh Grover. Light it up, and there'll be a single. First runs on the board here for Taresh Grover, and it's off the mark. Here comes Saad. And that's straight to the fielder, and he's put it down. There was another big opportunity here for the Eastern Mavericks. And there was a dangerous looking Jagmohan Singh who had been departed to the pavilion. But the fielder down there in the covers, it went straight to him, but he was not able to hold on to it. That will be counted as a missed opportunity. And that's what happens. The batter punishes you, and that runs away to the boundary. He moves on to 48, Jagmohan Singh, and is looking strong to reach his half century at the moment. It's a boundary. After that drop catch, Jagmohan Singh utilizing it, punishing the bowler this time and the fielder. So 4 more runs to Jagmohan Singh on his total. Here comes the last ball of the over. And a big one down the offside through the covers. Call is for 2, but they will just settle for a single. He'll stay on 49, And that brings us to the end of the 8th over, after which the Kings 11 Atlanta are 85 for 1. So Amanullah Akbar will continue his spell. Jagmohan Singh is batting on 49. This is the moment, and he goes for the big one. Connects it beautifully again in that deep mid-wicket region, and that boundary brings up the half century for Jagmohan Singh. And you can see the crowd cheering him up for a well-made half century here in the very first 9 overs here. Started as an opener, Jagmohan Singh. 53 runs of just 22 deliveries. That's a strike rate of 240. A really healthy strike rate to have in a T20 game. Here he is. This time well played. Looked, what's the ball till the very end? Dot ball this time for Amanullah Akbar. And Jagmohan Singh wouldn't mind that here, as long as he got a boundary of the very first ball. Here comes Akbar. A low full toss, and there's no fielder down there. Over the covers region, that will be another boundary. And Jagmohan Singh has came all guns blazing here for the Kings 11 Atlanta. 4 more runs here. 2 boundaries for the first 3 deliveries of this over. And he's looking very strong to finish strongly. Change of field now after that boundary. Deep cover coming into place with a long off and long on in place. Amanullah Akbar looking to come back strongly, and he cannot this time. Is straight to the fielder, who has taken the full advantage and kept hold of it, and the dangerous looking Jagmohan Singh will have to depart for a brilliantly made 57 runs of just 24 deliveries, with the Kings 11 Atlanta losing their second wicket in the 9th over. So Kings 11 Atlanta are 93 for 2. A well-made 57 from Jagmohan Singh.
Yeah, so quick fire 50 from Jagmohan Singh comes to an end. What a knock! This is, I believe, the fastest 50 so far of the tournament. And as we see, the catches are taken. As we saw between the first game, the catches were being put down, which gave the 2 batters, Ahmed Butt and Pankaj, I believe, yeah, they were given the advantage, and it took the game from there. Like, they didn't even let 1 wicket fall. But here we see something different. Is this the chance for them to capitalize on? They've taken the catches, they've got rid of the 2 openers, and now it's the chance to capitalize from this situation.
Absolutely. We can definitely talk about it's been an even game so far. After that thunderous start from Kings 11 Atlanta, they were looking at the mammoth score of 200, but Eastern Mavericks coming back into the game and they know what's needed at the moment. Keep taking those regular wickets at regular intervals, which will bring back the run rate down. So what the Kings 11 Atlanta initially thought 200 will be a good score, but the Eastern Mavericks on the other hand would be looking to push them down and keep them below 180, 170. That would be their target going on. So there will be something they'll be easily able to chase on this ground. As we have talked before as well, this is not a big ground, so if you hit your shots, time it well, you will definitely get those boundaries. And with the sun coming out at the moment, this will help the cause to get in the game and take those catches, because as you mentioned, Rahul, earlier in the previous game we saw there were a lot of catches which were dropped from the certain number of teams, but you saw 2 catches and 2 wickets which have fallen so far in this innings. The fielders have been on point, and they'll be looking to build on those and make that advantage to the use in the coming up. And we had the new batter in Suhail Sanghoy, who comes into the crease, joining Taresh Grover, who is also a new batter. So, as we are wondering, 2 new batters coming in, that would peg down the run rate a little slower. As we know, the 2 openers were very thunderous at the beginning, Rahul. So this is something which the Eastern Mavericks will be looking to take advantage of, and not give, just restrict them to singles and doubles at the moment.
Yes, absolutely. That's what the game plan should be from now on. The 2 new batters at the crease, they won't be taking much risk at the moment. They would be looking to build up a partnership from here. The field has opened up. It's not like the early power play conditions where they can just go over the infield. It would be difficult to score boundaries. So the bowling team, Northern X Factors, will have to restrict the singles and doubles and pile the pressure of dot balls on the batters and make them commit something silly, make them play their shots. That's not what's expected. Ball going down the leg side, poor delivery.
That's 4 more runs. That's easy runs here. A little loose from Saad Jamshed this time on the leg side, and the batter Taresh Grover making the full use of it, going for 4 runs. So that's another thing which the Eastern Mavericks would be thinking of for the coming overs. They haven't used much of the bowlers, just 4 bowlers used so far. So they'll be looking to get some spinners in, most likely, keep them tight and not give them easy runs like this we just saw. So beg your pardon, it was Suhail who got the boundary there, Rahul.
Yes, and 100 is already up in the 10th over. Considering the Eastern Mavericks point of view, they would be looking to score at least 220, 230 runs. They've got 8 wickets in hand for the last 10 overs. And that's another couple of runs taken. That's sensible batting. That's what certain players need to look out for. Not just the boundary hitting, but also the rotation of strike and converting the singles into doubles. Suhail Sanghoy is batting on 7 of just 3. Smartly done. We'll come back for another second. Plenty of running between the wickets here. And they're looking to keep hold of the momentum that was in their favor, which started right from the openers. We know both the openers are dangerous batters, and they've got a good batting, strong batting lineup. So certainly we would be looking to expect somewhere close to 200 plus runs Prithvi on this wicket.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, the projected score is showing 215. And if they keep on this momentum going, that's definitely achievable at this moment. But for Eastern Mavericks perspective, they'll be looking to bowl more dot balls and take more wickets as the game progresses, because even if they give singles, doubles, boundaries, the momentum will stay with the Kings 11 Atlanta side, and they can take the game on after this. So that's what the Eastern Mavericks will be looking for, wickets and dot balls. Again, good shot, a couple of more runs added to the total to finish off this 10th over, which brings us to the halfway mark of this first innings. So after the end of 10 overs, as you can see, the Kings 11 Atlanta are 108 for the loss of 2 wickets, and will be back after a short break.
So now we are at the halfway stage of the innings. Sanyam Sharma is the new bowler coming into the attack, and see plenty of spinners in the Northern X Factors bowling lineup. 60 balls to go. They would be looking to get 120 odd runs. 220 is a really good total on this wicket. We saw in the first game more than 200 runs were scored, and it was very difficult to chase for the batting team. They are doing everything right here. They're scoring the boundaries, they are running the singles, they are rotating the strike. It's Taresh Grover batting on 4 of 5. Suhail Sangoy batting on 13 of 6. He took 4 doubles in the last over.
So as you mentioned, Sanyam Sharma is the new bowler for the Eastern Mavericks. A little quickie, but he's bowling stump to stump, keeping it tight, and that's smartly played there from Suhail Sangoy. That will reach the boundary. Absolutely brilliant batting there from Suhail Sangoy. There's no fielder down there in the slip cordon, and it waiting for it till the very end, watching the ball till the very end, and connected it beautifully. So 4 runs here for Suhail, and conceded by Sanyam Sharma. Kings 11 Atlanta on course for a good high score.
Yes, and he's playing the shots so effortlessly there. No risk involved. At any balls that he's faced, he's taken the doubles and 2 boundaries that he struck that have been so effortless. A pleasure to the eyes. The run rate is just keeping on increasing. And is it the right move to keep continuing with the spinners after the fall of 2 wickets? And there we see another effortless shot. So 2 boundaries back to back here for Suhail Sangoy. Looks like he's already batting on 50 odd runs. He's come out to bat some other ground where he's made some 50-60 odd runs, and he's continuing it from there. It's just 8 balls that he's faced and batting on 21.
Purely exquisite here, 21 runs, 8 deliveries. That's a full toss this time. That's between the 2 fielders, and hopefully he's able to stop it, and they are anyhow able to come back for a second. So Suhail and Taresh, Rahul, this looks like, as you mentioned, they have been here, batting since a long time, and that's is building on that momentum from that previous game if they played. But Kings 11 Atlanta well on course here at the moment. Here comes Sanyam Sharma, sweeping it this time, but that's down the leg side for a wide. An extra added to the total. And this is something the Eastern Mavericks would like to avoid here. Restrict the extras. And that's straight to the fielder this time. Suhail Sangoy is not able to find that effortless shot in the region he wanted, but finds the fielder this time, and Sanyam Sharma has made the breakthrough. Important breakthrough here. Kings 11 Atlanta lose their 3rd wicket in the 11th over, and Suhail Sangoy, who was looking quite good here in this over, 2 boundaries, but has to depart back to the pavilion. So the Kings 11 Atlanta are 120 for 3 at the moment.
So 120 for 3. Sanyam Sharma with the breakthrough. And is this the moment that the Northern X Factors were looking for? Ashish Patel is the new man coming in at number 5. Taresh Grover, he hasn't looked much comfortable as Suhail was looking. So can consider still 2 new men out there at the crease. Taresh Grover looked bit shaky. Last ball of the over. That's defended. So after 11, Eastern Mavericks are 120 for 3. Still sticking to his spinners there. Amanullah Akbar. Is this a correct time, Prithvi, do you think, to try and give one over to the fast bowler? They're continuing with the spinners. The batsmen are easily tackling the spin. And let's come back for the third run. Again, not good fielding effort, but coming back to the question, is this the correct time, Prithvi, do you think, to try and get a fast bowler into the attack? 3 wickets down. 2 new men out there at the crease. Maybe try and look for one more. Still the spinner to continue. It's a good stop from the bowler. Good stop. Off the mark of the very first ball there, second ball that he faced, Ashish Patel. They need wickets here. They need to get the run rate below 10. Maybe try and get a fielder inside the ring, Prithvi.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though we can see Taresh and Ashish are 2 new batters in there, they'll be looking to keep it tight to these 2 batters, not give any boundaries. But they'll have to stop certain boundaries like this, and not make them run a lot of runs, so that way they stay in there and peg them back for the next few overs, because they're currently over 10 runs per over, and they would like them to come them down to 8 to 9 runs per over, and that would bring the Eastern Mavericks into the game. So Taresh Grover and Ashish Patel, relatively new down the crease. Here comes Amanullah Akbar, flighted this time. A little misfield there. There was an opportunity for a run out, but that little hiccup got them and let them steal the run.
They need to be tight in the field here. They need to create the pressure. They are allowing the singles pretty easily. Shouldn't be allowing that. And a loose delivery. Lucky for the bowler, goes straight to the fielder. So still 8 runs coming off that over. After 12, it's 128 for 3. The Northern X Factor spinners have not able to get their length right, Prithvi. We saw in the first match the mighty Dallas spinners, all they were doing were hitting the good length region. Nothing special. There again, a pitched up delivery. This is not gonna work for them. You need to hit the length right, they're just not able to find the length.
Absolutely. They're bowling it pretty simple, pretty straightforward, not varying it a lot, and that is not working in their favor at the moment. So definitely, Rahul, they have to, change it up a little bit, bring out their thinking hat and see what they can do to restrict the Kings 11 Atlanta to a low score and maybe pick up more wickets. Otherwise, they will run over to, and we could see another 200 run innings here at the moment in this very same ground.
Yeah, and that boundary will get Ashish Patel going now. They should have kept him under pressure, should have kept him quiet. And that's an appeal for leg before ball, certainly sliding down the leg. Again, this was pitched up way further. He needs to hit the good length, offer the ball some flight. That's what we saw in the first match from the mighty Dallas spinners.
Absolutely, take that risk, vary it up, and not keep it simple because it looks like easy runs at the moment for the Atlanta team. The Northern X Factor need to bring out the X Factor in this game and get some wickets desperately.
Oh, that's another poor delivery. There we see a short ball down the leg side. No chance for the fielder whatsoever. He's not bowling according to his field. They have come back strong from winning a game, but it doesn't seem like it at the moment. It's poor bowling. They aren't just able to put the new batter under pressure. All the batters coming in, it seems like they've been out there batting for quite some while. Taresh Grover was looking a bit shaky for the first 4 or 5 balls that he faced, but again the bowlers. There again we see Prithvi, another pitched up delivery. And
they're making it look very simple here for the batters with the way they have been bowling. So they definitely have to vary it up, as we've seen from the previous match in the same pitch, how certain bowlers were bowling flighted up deliveries from the spinners, a quicker one the very next up. So Sanyam Sharma and his other fellow colleagues need to understand the situation here, because the Kings 11 Atlanta are currently running away with that score and looking on par for a very big one. This time, a lob pitch straight to the fielder. They'll take a single to finish off the 13th over, after which the Kings 11 Atlanta are 142 for the loss of 3 wickets.
the match summary so far, all of the bowlers have been above an economy of 10. Projected score 220. This is the time to get a fast bowler in. It's not working with the spinners. Spinners are not bowling with the speed either. Now we see Kingsley levels pretty easily. They begin one more over to go fast bowler. Word to continue. Let's see if it works out in the captain's favor.
Yeah, it has been pretty easy going. We felt like once the wicket falls, they'll keep it tight, they'll make it interesting for the new batters out there in the middle. But every new batter who comes in, even if they do have like 3 or 4 balls which they're not comfortable with, they settle in eventually, which has been the case so far. As you can see, Ashish Patel this time trying to hit for the big one, but not connecting at this time. A word of advice here from Taresh Grover now.
That's the length I was talking about, Prithvi. Offer the ball some fright, pitch it in the good length region. This time around, the batsman completely deceived by it. All this while the spinners are doing it, pitching it in the fuller length region. This time around, a good length region with the tossed up delivery. He misses out on it completely. There we see another good delivery. That's what they need at this stage. Keep it tight.
Absolutely. This is the last over for Amanul Akbar. So the other bowlers will have to take encouragement and some great, inspiration from this and keep bowling good length deliveries to make the batters think if they should come on the front foot or stay in the back. This time a little fuller and a quicker one, but nonetheless a dot ball here. So this has been a very economical over so far from Amanul Akbar. Looking to finish strong his spell. He's picked up a wicket for 33 runs.
The field placement too, you can see, has just not been right. There are 4 fielders in line. The point, square leg, deep square leg and deep point. All the 4 men are in line. So he needs to check with that field placement there, the captain. But this has been a good tight comeback from Amanullah for his last over. And as we say that, he's put that away for a 6 or 4. We have to wait for the umpire's call. 6 says the umpire. Loose full toss on the leg side, and what seemed like an excellent over finishes off even an expensive over. So again, Prithvi, what seemed like an tight over ends up being an expensive over, courtesy of the last ball. And I was talking about the field placement. The fielder at deep square leg is right behind the square leg fielder. Had it been placed much finer, could have had an opportunity on this occasion for a catch.
Yeah, absolutely, Rahul. These are some basic mistakes which have been made from the Northern X Factor throughout this game, and they would like to, make sure they don't do this again. We have 6 more overs to go, and they'll be looking to keep this really, really tight. Taresh Grover and Ashish Patel, they are specialist batsmen for the Kings 11 Atlanta, and even they can take away this game. There's a 50 runs short of 200, and we would be definitely able to see that again on this very pitch, which we saw in the first round of matches here between the mighty Dallas. So finally a new bowler been introduced in the attack by the Northern X Factor. It's Siddharth Chari who comes into the attack, bowling to Taresh Grover, who's batting on 20 runs. Meanwhile, Kings 11 Atlanta, they would be looking at nothing new to be done at this moment, because everything's working in their favor. And that's, you couldn't imagine, 3 runs taken off the buys here on the leg side. So that's more easy runs coming in for the Kings 11 Atlanta. Again, Rahul, as you mentioned about the field placement and how they have been bowling, they should have had someone in the final leg region to make sure if they can save this extra runs they have been giving out.
Absolutely right. They have just one fielder behind the wicket keeper. That too is a slow fielder, and again nobody back towards the final leg region. How many times have we seen the ball go towards the long on or long off boundary? Most of the runs are coming behind the square or in the square. This time around, cut away on the offside. Boundaries keep coming for them, but still no change in field or their tactics. Captain needs to have a word with the bowler, ask him what he wants. Again the ball going towards. Oh, heave on the leg side, ball keeping low.
It looked like it clipped the stumps for a moment, but it seemed like we completely missed it. But nonetheless, it's a dot ball here for Siddharth Chari. It's considered 9 runs already of this over. Looking to finish strong. This is, of course, the 15th over. Fuller this time, flick down on the leg side. Call is for 2. There's no fielder. Everyone's in the deep. And they'll come back for the second. Again, the running between the wickets has been absolutely brilliant so far as well. They're making sure they can steal runs where they can, which they just did. So after the end of 15 overs, the Kings 11 Atlanta 162 for 3.
So 5 overs to go from here. And look how windy it is, Prithvi. Still, the leg umpire's hat again blew off and it went all over the boundary rope for a 4.
At least something to cheer out for the umpires as well. They're scoring runs as well by just standing over there. So you see the bails coming off as well. So yes, very difficult conditions here for everyone out there at the ground. And we have, 5 more grounds around here in the Katy Hockley Stadium. And each ground has a match going on. So this is absolutely brilliant. We are having at least, 55, almost 100 players all over this area in a radius of about, big, amazing tournament going on for the Masters Cricket T20 Nationals Day 1. So Sainath Gajendra will come into the attack. He's into his 3rd over with Taresh Grover on strike. Call is for 2 again. Needs a good throw there. But again, the 2 batters have been really quick between the wickets. And this is another thing we have seen, Rahul. Even though they're getting the boundaries occasionally, the running between the wickets has been top notch. And they've easily converted those singles into doubles a lot of times.
It's absolutely right, and that's what helps in releasing the pressure. They're targeting the square region so much. Every time they hit the ball there, it's a 2. So that's what we saw from the mighty Dallas as well. That's the important aspect in scoring big runs. It's not just about the boundaries and sixes. It is about running between the wickets. Taresh Grover now 28 of 19. Ashish Patel 21 of 13. Really sensible batting. Another short ball cut away, this time straight towards the fielder.
And this is something the Northern X Factor should be observing at the moment. When they come out to bat, this is something they will have to replicate. Even though they'll get the boundaries, but they'll have to get those doubles, triples as much as they can. So they can stay on par while they're batting and they're able to chase down that target. Oh, that's a switch hit there. That's straight to the fielder and he holds on to it. That's finally a breakthrough, and that's a brilliant take down there in the region of the offside. Ashish Patel going for the spectacular, but this time not clearing the fielder down there in the deep cover region. A great take down there, and the Kings 11 Atlanta lose their 4th wicket. Ashish Patel comes back into the pavilion After a quick fire 21 of just 13 deliveries, the Kings 11 Atlanta are 167 for 4.
So 4 wickets down, 4 overs to go after this. Augustine is the new batter out there. So good power hitters being sent now with just 4 overs to go. Leg umpire hasn't had a good day with his hat. Beautiful ball there, but they still sneak in a single. Sainath Gajendra providing the breakthrough there for North X Factors. North X Factors will be confident. They put up 220 on the board, although that's a pretty small ground. Things will be different here, different team. Oh, good delivery. Bowled it outside the off stump and dot ball to finish off the over. After 16 overs, the Kings 11 Atlanta 168 for 4. Siddharth Chari into his second over now, gave away 11 runs in his first. Augustine Brandon batting on 1 off 1. And a poor delivery. He has smashed that a long, long way. And has he taken it on the boundary? There we see, what a catch. And is this the breakthrough that they wanted? This wasn't a good delivery. It was short, too slow. He went onto the back foot, smashed it over deep mid wicket, but the fielder at deep mid wicket holds on to an excellent catch. And as we were talking, Prithvi, the catching has been excellent today from the North X Factors.
Absolutely. We saw the previous wicket of Ashish Patel, the fielder down there in the deep cover region, holded on to it, and now a similar fashion. Taresh Grover, the batter who was on strike, he got out in a similar way, and the Kings 11 Atlanta lose another wicket. They lose their fifth, and will have 2 new batters down there in the crease.
हाँ कल पीवी पे मिलते हैं करूँगा कल
So two new batters now, Charandeep Burke and Augustine for the Kings 11 Atlanta out there, trying to achieve that target of 200 here. Even though they lost two quick fire wickets of the last 2 overs, they'll be looking to build onto this. And that's a good appeal there. The umpire doesn't seem interested. He actually does. He raises a finger, and the wicket's falling crazily right now for the Atlanta. That's number 6. Another wicket for Siddharth Chari in this over, and he finishes off strongly. So 17 overs gone. Kings 11 Atlanta are 173 for 6.
अगुना एक बंदा नाल लै गया
173 for 6. 3 more overs to go. So Augustine Brandon, the new batter, along with another new batter for the Kings 11 Atlanta. So 3 overs to go. They will be looking to get 30 more runs and reach that coveted target of 200, which is difficult to be scored and chased down on this track. Sanjeev Saini. And that's a big one, and it's definitely clearing the fielder down there in the mid-wicket region. And what a start to the over here for the Kings 11 Atlanta. 6 runs from Augustine. Sainath Gajanan won't be happy with that loose delivery. Augustine Brandon, he is a hard hitter, a power hitter as we can see so far. Here he comes. Well played, a quick single. Smart batting now, Augustine. Brings the new batter in, Sanjeev Saini. Here's some stats on Sainath Gajendran. He's picked up a wicket in this match so far. Looking to finish strongly. This is his last over. Flighted up down the offside, will be a wide as signaled by the umpire. Augustine being a little too excited on the non-striker's end. He wanted a single for some reason, but nonetheless, they come back. Here comes Sainath to Sanjeev. And going for the big one again, but a little loose there, didn't time it well. So just a single from Sanjeev for Sanjeev. Here comes Brandon on strike now. 3 more balls to go for this over. And that's a good looking try. There's a fielder coming underneath it. Will be able to hold on to it, and he does. This has been an absolute exhibition of catching here from the Northern X Factor. They have been absolute A-class in their fielding so far. They picked up every single catch they have given the opportunity, and they take another one. Kings 11 Atlanta lose their 7th. Augustine Brandon has to come back to the pavilion for scoring 10 runs. Kings 11 Atlanta 182 for 7. Daljit Singh is the new batter, and here comes Sainath. Oh, immediately going for the big one, but completely missing out there. They'll take a single, a bias signal by the umpire. Daljit Singh, the big guy, big man. Here is Sanjeev Saini. There's 2 more balls to go facing this over. The back 4, and that's a good connection, but there's a fielder down there in the long on region. The call is for 2. Brilliant running, and it's a good throw, really good throw. But a little far there. 2 more runs to the score. 185 now, 15 runs short of 200. Kings 11 Atlanta are well on par to get that coveted score here at this beautiful Katy Hockley Stadium. Oh, beg your pardon, that was the end of the over. It's 185 for 7. 2 more overs to go. Here comes Daljit Singh, DJ, as you can see on his jersey. He's on strike for the 19th over. Down the leg side, there's no fielder down there, but he's able to stop that. It'll just be a single. That didn't timed it well. It's Siddharth Chari now. The bowler bowling his last over of his spell, the penultimate over of this first innings. Here is to Sanjeev now. A slower one this time. Didn't time it well. The fielder coming underneath it, but won't be able to reach it at that moment. 2 more runs added to the score. And the runs coming thick and fast here in singles and doubles for the Kings 11 Atlanta. They move on to 186, 188. Siddharth Chari, fielder coming underneath. That's a good try, but he's not able to reach it again. Great effort there from the fielder. Siddharth Chari running through his overs is in the air again. The bowler, but it feels between the 2 fielders. Again, very lucky the 2 batters out there. And nonetheless, they're getting the important runs. Move on to 190. 10 more runs less for the 200 mark. Here comes Siddharth. Quicker one that kept lower, dot ball now. Brilliant over from Siddharth Chari. He's picked up 2 wickets, 20 runs. So this is 3rd over. He's looking to finish strong now. Siddharth Chari, last ball of the over coming up. Brilliant over so far. And a slower one, but that's been picked up by Sanjeev Saini brilliantly. That might run away to the boundary, and it does. A brilliant shot over the covers to finish off the 19th. The Kings 11 Atlanta, 194 for 7. So the last over here for the first innings, Kings 11 Atlanta 6 runs short of the 200. Looking to achieve that in this over, which is easily doable. And Daljit Singh, and that races away to the boundary. Brilliant start to this over. There again, as we are talking about the field placement, which hasn't been on par so far from the Northern X Factor, and they have been punished here. At least 4 or 5 boundaries have come with loose deliveries where there were no fielders, and that was the scene again in this previous delivery we just saw. Saad Jamshed, final over. A loose ball to start off the over. Daljit Singh punishing him. On the leg side this time, it will just be a single. So 4 more balls to go. Kings 11 Atlanta now. 199 for 7. Sanjeev Saini takes the strike. He'll have the opportunity to score the 200 run of the team, and he does. And the fielder is able to stop it. So it will just be a single, which brings up the 200 for Kings 11 Atlanta. As you can see, the crowd cheering up for them, because this is an absolute brilliant knock, brilliant start for them. The first innings. 3 more balls to go. Here comes Saad Jamshed, going for the big one. That's an stumping. As the umpire so a dot ball here. It's a hint of an appeal, which the umpire said might have been out, but the umpire says no. 2 more balls to go now. Here comes Saad Jamshed, Jaljit Singh on strike. Down the track, and this time it's gone. This time the finger raises up because he was way down the ground. So 8 wicket down for the Kings 11 Atlanta. We'll have last man in for the last ball, and he only has one thing to do here. Just go for it. Get a big one, get a boundary, and finish strongly for the Kings 11 Atlanta. Saad Jamshed picks up his second wicket of the spell. So here we go, the last ball coming up. There's the last ball coming up. He will, let's see if he's able to connect it and get that big one as we are hoping for. Here comes Saad Jamshed. Here we go, last ball. Brilliantly bowled. And that would be another wicket. A brilliant finish here from the Northern X Factor. Marian Bharat going for the big one, but there was a fuller length delivery. He picked it, but the keeper was able to hold on to it, and he got stumped out, which brings us to the end of our very first innings here between the Kings 11 Atlanta and the Northern X Factor. And the Kings 11 Atlanta would definitely be happy with the score. They scored exactly 200 runs, losing 9 wickets. So that's 10 runs per over, and that's a very healthy score to defend on this track, as we saw in the first round of matches. And Kings 11 Atlanta would need to defend that. So Northern X Factor, they require 201 runs to win, and will be back with their run chase in about 15-20 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We have an exciting run chase coming up. So welcome back everyone from the Katy Hockley Stadium out here in Houston, Texas. We have a second round of matches going on, and we just got done with the first innings between the Kings 11 Atlanta and the Northern X Factor, where we saw Kings 11 Atlanta posting a score of 200 in their very first innings and the game, which is a really good score on this pitch as we have seen earlier. Even though the ground is a little small, this will be an interesting game as the Northern X Factor comes out to bat, and we have the two batsmen for the Northern X Factor, Adnan Taj and Khadir, out there on the crease, followed by Himanshu, who will be bowling for the Kings 11 Atlanta. So here we go, the second innings coming up, 201 required of 20 overs, and this will be an exciting run chase with Adnan Taj on strike. So here comes Himanshu. He'll be bowling left arm around the wicket to Adnan Taj. Spinner first up, very well bowled. Looking to peg down already, not giving the batters any room with the fast bowlers where the ball will come brilliantly on the bat. So a good thinking here from Kings 11 Atlanta side. Be looking to peg them back. Again, brilliant bowling. He'll be bowling like that throughout this over. Put the pressure on. Meanwhile, the Northern X Factor, they're in the power play. So only two fielders outside the circle, which we can see there is a deep mid wicket in place. And that's an appeal there. So there's deep mid wicket and a deep cover in place. Those are two fielders outside in the power play. So a good steady start here from Himanshu. 3 dot balls to start off with. Already on the back foot will be Adnan Taj. He'll be looking to finish strongly as we go. Flatted up this time. Very well bowled. Again, 4 dot balls now. So as we are saying, 10 runs required per over. Their aim will be to at least get a boundary each over as the game progresses. And that would keep them on par with the run rate as the time goes by. Because it will get really difficult in the later stages of the game when they require a lot of runs. Going for the sweep one. There's an appeal and the finger has gone up. The umpire took his time, but he finally raises the finger. A strong appeal from the Kings 11 Atlanta side. And the Northern X Factor, Adnan Taj, has to come back to the pavilion for scoring a duck. And a brilliant start here from Himanshu. He picks up the wicket of the 5th delivery of the very first over. And the Northern X Factor are already on the back foot. They're not for one. So Majid Ali, the new batter, comes into the crease for Northern X Factor. This is not the start they were looking for. Unfortunately, he has to come back to the pavilion. So one more ball to go of this very first over, and Himanshu has gotten a dream start here for the Kings 11 Atlanta. Target of 201 and already the first wicket down of the very first over. Big breakthrough for the opening partnership. Here we go, the last ball of the over coming off Himanshu. Majid Ali is the new batter who's taking strike. Scanning the field at the moment. Trying to understand what can be done. A full toss, but well hidden through the covers. The first runs on the board for the Northern X Factor. And that comes off the last ball of the very first over. So after one over, Northern X Factor are 1 for 1. So the new bowler in for the Kings 11 Atlanta is Augustine Brandon. He comes into the attack here. Really efficient bowler there. And as you can see, good line, good length. And they'll be looking more of that, as the game progresses. He'll be looking to keep it tight. Just bowl that good length deliveries, making sure the batters do not run away with the loose ones. A little fuller this time, and the Majid Ali punishes it brilliantly. That's the first boundary of the innings. And for the Northern X Factor, a good positive start for the over here from Majid Ali. As we are talking about Augustine, a very good first ball, follows up with a little fuller one, which Majid Ali punishes it, as it should have been. And that brings a change in the field now. A long on comes into place if Augustine bowls a similar kind of a delivery next up. Long on and deep mid wicket. The two fielders outside the circle. Meanwhile, everyone else has a strong offside field here for Majid Ali. So you would expect Augustine to keep bowling there on the offside. And that's a good delivery. Dot ball now. He has a really good action, Augustine Brandon, with a really good height as well. So he's making the full use of it. And making the pitch, using the pitch brilliantly with that delivery. But he shouldn't be bowling those fuller length deliveries he bowled second up. Because it looks like Majid Ali is a good timer of the ball. If he sees and notices a certain delivery, he would go for it. Here comes Augustine. Oh, played very late, but fielder well placed for that delivery. No run there. So again, that'll be crucial here for the Kings 11 Atlanta, because we have seen Northern X Factor. They were not very consistent with how they had placed the field throughout, and they were not bowling according to their field. And that is something the Kings 11 Atlanta would have to make sure of it. Bowl according to their field, and don't give out enough extra runs which are not needed at the moment. Yes, Augustine. Oh, that's a good looking shot from Majid Ali. And that should have gone all the way. It clears the fielder down in the long on region. Just a confirmation, and the umpire signals is at a 6. Big one here from Majid Ali, and he is onto it at the moment. Uppish delivery there from Augustine Brandon. Again, a little bit fuller this time, and not something that he would want it. It's the last ball of the over. In the block hole this time. So finishes off with a dot. The Northern X Factor after the end of 2 overs are 11 for 1. So Himanshu Pattadia, after a steady first over, picking up a wicket and just giving out 1 runs, will continue his spell. Khader will be the batter on strike. Well bowled, there's a fielder place out there, but he's not able to hold on to it. That was a big opportunity there for the Kings 11 Atlanta to pick up another wicket, but that will be counted as a drop catch in the covers. That went straight to him, but he was not able to keep a hold of it. It won't be happy here. Khader will be more cautious now, playing those shots. And this time he's gone for the big one. Fielder coming underneath it. And this time the long on fielder holds on to it. After that drop catch of the very first ball, we have a wicket of the very next one. And the Northern X Factor lose their second wicket. And it's Himanshu Pattadia again making the breakthrough for them. 2 wickets down now. And this is not looking good at the moment for Northern X Factor in their run chase. Khader will have to come back to the dugout as they lose their second. Sambit Mohapatra, the new batter in here for the Northern X Factor. So 11 for 2. 2 wickets for Himanshu. Looking to take a few more here. Here he comes. Flied it up. And Sambit, and the finger goes up. That's 2 wickets in 2 balls. Northern X Factor are in deep trouble at the moment. Sambit Mohapatra will be on a hat-trick. And this is really an apocalypse, a big collapse here for the Northern X Factor. And what a spell Himanshu Pattadia we are talking about here. He will be on a hat-trick, the first opportunity for a bowler to be on a hat-trick in this season's Masters tournament over 40. 11 for 3. Siddharth Chari, the new batter in for the Northern X Factor, and he will be facing the hat-trick delivery from Mr. Himanshu Pattadia, who has been absolute spot on with his deliveries. So here we go, just those 2 fielders, as we know, long on and deep mid-wicket, are being in place, and all the other fielders inside the circle. A crucial delivery here coming up. Here's Himanshu to Siddharth. Flied it out as a low full toss. Not a good delivery for a hat-trick, but Siddharth flicks it off for a single. Gets off the mark straight away. Brings Majid Ali. Beg your pardon. Yeah, it's Majid Ali actually. Going for the big one. That's 4 runs. And that runs away to the boundary. Welcome boundary. And Majid Ali is just dealing with boundaries here. That's the positive sign for the Northern X Factor at the moment. And they would want him to stay there till the end and get them as close as possible to that target and hopefully chase that target if they don't lose wickets on the other hand. So first boundary conceded from Himanshu in his spell. And Majid Ali looking strong. A little fuller again. There's some cover there, but they decide against taking the single. But that would bring the end of a tremendous over. So after the end of 3 overs, the Northern X Factor are 16 for 3. So an immediate change in bowling from the Kings 11 Atlanta. Amit Kaul is the new bowler who comes into the attack. After that, a little expensive previous over, the captain has decided to bring Amit into the attack, who's an experienced bowler, as we have seen in the very first match they played. Amit Kaul will be looking to pick up some wickets and, restrict the X Factor team to at least just less than 8 runs per over. Pull the pressure in, because that's mainly they would be doing, as they've already picked up 3 wickets. And X Factor would be really feeling the pressure on getting more runs, because we have 3 more overs to go in the power play, which is something they want to make full use of. But as situation changes, we come to know how the on-field thinking changes for certain players, and that's what we will see right now between Majid Ali, who's out there, along with Siddharth Chari. Good start here from Amit Kaul with a dot ball. Another thing we noted earlier during Kings 11 Atlanta's batting was they were turning singles into doubles. So that is something the X Factor players or the batters would be looking to do as well, to get the score as close as possible. Work on that. That's a good looking shot delivery. Not able to get a misunderstanding in the middle, but they decide against running. But yes, as we were talking about, turning those singles into doubles will be crucial as the game progresses. We understand they've already lost 3 wickets, but this is something they can always build on, get a partnership going. And once you have that momentum, they're able to get the boundaries, and that way they're able to reach their target in the required over rate. Down the track comes Siddharth, but Majid sends him back again, so that's another dot ball here. Healthy over so far for Amit Kaul. Pressure building on Siddharth now, with these dot balls coming out consistently. Here comes Amit Kaul. Down the leg side, that would be signaled as a wide as the umpire does. Again, a round of applause to all the umpires, the officiating in all the matches for the Masters Cricket T20 Nationals Tournament in this game, and all the matches around here at Katy Hockley and the Prairie View Complex. It wouldn't have been possible with their expert umpiring and knock-on decisions we have had so far here. But thank you so much for all the umpires in this tournament. Down the leg side again, there will be another wide. A little expensive here from Amit Kaul. Started off with 3 dot deliveries, followed up with 2 wides. Northern X Factor moves on to 18. Here comes Amit again. It's another loose delivery, and that goes all the way for 6. Amit Kaul has been punished after a good start, this time by Siddharth Chari getting into the action. A big 6 down there in the deep square leg region. And these are some crucial runs coming in for the Northern X Factor. And they can sense the partnership brewing here between these two, which is the call of the hour for Northern X Factor. Amit Kaul now, after good first 3 deliveries, he's kind of lost his rhythm and is not looking good. And Siddharth Chari will be looking to utilize the most of it, get him under pressure. Here he comes. A little bit fuller and very well bowled this time from Amit Kaul on the offside. And that's the area he should be targeting going into this game and into his next overs as well, because they have good coverage there on the offside. But once the power play is done, they'll be looking to keep bowling in that region. That would definitely cut down the boundaries we just saw here. So it's the last ball of the 4th over. Oh, that's a good looking shot. There's no fielder down there, down the region. Able to stop it. Not good timing. Just a single to finish off the 4th over. The Northern X Factor, after the end of 4 overs, at 25 for 3. So Majid Ali, 15 runs. Siddharth Chari on the other end, 8 runs. 4 overs gone, 25 for 3. And he will continue his 3rd over into the spell. Already picked up a couple of wickets. 3 wickets actually, Himanshu Patadia. 3rd over already. And there's a loose ball this time. There's a fielder down there, and there's a great stop. Certainly saved 3 runs there. They only ran a single, so this is something they'll have to work on here, turning those singles into doubles. You know, test the fielding, which they are at the moment, because the singles won't help in the long run. Himanshu Patadia won't mind that, because that was absolute brilliant fielding in the deep mid-wicket region. Here's Himanshu, flied it up this time, straight to the fielder. No run there again. Brilliant bowling. Down the track again. This time straight to the fielder. Some hesitation and a dismissal. That seems like the finger goes up. He was not able to hold on to it at the first moment, Himanshu. But after that fumble, he collects the ball and is able to dislodge the bails. And that's a run out here for the Northern X Factor. Siddharth Chari will have to come back. Northern X Factor in deep trouble. They lose their 4th wicket. We are still in the power play. And it's 26 for 4. This is unbelievable stuff going on. Himanshu Pattadia picks up another wicket. The dangerous Majid Ali has to depart. In his previous over, we saw 2 balls, 2 wickets, and again in his third over, it's 2 balls, 2 more wickets. And Northern X Factor lose half their side for just 26 runs. Majid Ali has to come back to the pavilion. Himanshu Pattadia is on fire here today for the Kings 11 Atlanta. And don't mind me, but that catch was absolutely brilliant as well. Coming inside, covering a good amount of ground, and holding on to it in this crazy conditions out here at the Katy Hockley Stadium. Northern X Factor at 26 for 5, and we're still just in the 5th over. Amanullah Akbar, the new batter in. And Himanshu Pattadia, look at those figures. 2.5 overs, 7 runs, 4 wickets given. Absolutely brilliant. 26 for 5. This is the 5th over. Saad Jamshed and Amanullah Akbar, the 2 new batters. Very well bowled, and a dot ball to finish off that over. And after the end of 5, the Northern X Factor, as you can see on the screen, they're 26 for 5. Himanshu Pattadia, 4 wickets, 7 runs of 3 overs, has been brilliant. Amit Kaul will continue his spell. Brilliant delivery and a brilliant, well played there from Saad Jamshed. So 5 overs, 26 for 5. It doesn't look good here for the Northern X Factor. They need to bring in some X Factor at the moment. Half of the side already gone. And they still require about a 170 runs, 175 odd runs. Amit call well bowled and well played, Saad Jamshed again. Meanwhile, the Kings 11 Atlanta, as they came out while batting, all guns blazing. In the ball, there came all guns blazing as well, especially from the Mr. Patadia. Here comes Amit Kaul. He's bowling brilliantly so far. Down the leg side this time on the wide, but his length has been great. He just needs to be consistent on his line, bowl towards the stumps and on the offside. Let the batters come out and play those deliveries. Get an edge, get a wicket, and keep on taking those wickets. Well, Saad Jamshed now, along with Amanul Akbar, two new batters. This is, of course, the last over before the power play. The fielding restrictions will come over after this. So they won't be able to score as freely as they can after this. But again, they would want the two batters to stay out there and build a partnership and not, risk losing a wicket just to get those boundaries of this remaining balls of this over. It's an appeal there, Amit Kaul, half-hearted appeal. So nothing happening there. Just a dot ball. And brilliant over so far from Amit Kaul. (29 for 5). Using that pitch brilliantly, making it work, bounce it off. Absolute brilliant. One more ball to go for this over. This will be the end of the power play. Northern X Factor 29 for 5. Here comes. And a little late there, but the fielder well placed for that. So it'll just be a single to finish off the 6th over and the power play. And the Northern X Factor are 30 for the loss of 5 wickets. And just 3 bowlers used, as you can see from the Kings 11 Atlanta. Himanshu Patadia, the pick of the bowlers, picking up 4 wickets of his 3 overs. And I wouldn't mind giving him another over just to finish his spell. Maybe he can pick a wicket or 2 and finish strongly with a 5-wicket haul. And he is in that momentum ring. So let's see what the Kings 11 Atlanta do at the moment. So as expected, the guy who's in momentum, the guy who's been doing everything with the ball here for the Kings 11 Atlanta, continues and will be his last over. Himanshu Patadia, here we go. Full toss this time, but that should be able to stop again. Brilliant stop down there. As we know, the power play is over, so more fielders down there in the deep. That gives him extra room to bowl such loose deliveries, which is able to be hidden, but will be able to be stopped because of the fielders placed down there as well. Here's a Amanul Akbar on strike. Flick down there, soft hands, a single. First runs for Akbar on the board. Yes, Amanul Akbar on the offside. Well bowled from Himanshu. Looking to finish strong his spell. He would love a fifth wicket now. He's already picked up 4. So let's see. He has the opportunity to do that. 3 more balls to go. Let's see. Very well bowled and well left. The batter discussing with the umpire if that was a wide. But after all, it's the umpire's call, who have been brilliant so far with their decisions throughout the match. Flatted up. Stan tried to sweep. There's no fielder down there in the region. It won't run to the boundary. They'll have to run hard for it. So just a couple of runs. Here comes the last ball of the over. Saad Jamshed moves on to 6. Himanshu Patadia. Final ball of his 4th over. 4 wickets, 11 runs. Absolutely brilliant spell for him. He has his opportunity to take a 5-wicket haul, so he only has 1 ball to do that, and that would be this one. Let's see if he's able to do that. A sweep shot again. Similar delivery. A similar outcome, but just a single actually. To finish off the 7th over, the Northern X Factor at 35 for 5. Himanshu Patodia, 4 overs, 12 runs, 4 wickets, and he's completed his spell, which has been absolutely tremendous here, and put Kings 11 Atlanta in the driver's seat for this game already. That would mean we'll have new set of bowlers coming in for the Kings 11 Atlanta after Himanshu completed his spell. So as we are talking about new bowlers coming into the attack, is Ramesh Chikamma will be the new bowler for the Kings 11 Atlanta, who joins the attack for his very first over. Saad Jamshed will be facing him here in the 8th over. And if you look at the equation now, the required run rate is almost at 13 runs per over. But the good, not the, such a good thing for the Northern X Factor is they've already lost half of their side, which will be a difficult task to complete. So Ramesh brilliantly bowled, but it'll be a wide to start off his spell. So 166 runs to win in 13 overs. Ramesh Chikamma. Here he comes. Again, soft hands, again playing in that 3rd man region for a single. Here comes Ramesh. Oh, very well bowled. That's right in the block hole. And Saad Jamshed, Amanul Akbar looked at it at the very end. He would have got dismissed if he didn't get some bat on that. A brilliant, brilliant delivery there from Ramesh. That's an appeal. It's an appeal from the keeper. The umpire doesn't seem interested. Good delivery. Good delivery from Ramesh. He's bowling brilliantly. Super fast. The batter has no chance there to hold on to it. Oh, being innovative there, and that worked out in his favor. Brilliant attempt in the field as well, but that reaches the boundary. A welcome boundary here for the Northern X Factor. Amanul Akbar, very innovative with that shot. He saw there was no fielder down there in the deep, and he tried for that scoop one, succeeded at the end. First boundary there for Amanul Akbar, and he's off and running. So 160 of 74 deliveries. Still can be anyone's game if these two stay out there till the end. That's a good looking shot on the offside through the covers. Another boundary of Amanul Akbar, and is bringing some momentum back in for the Northern X Factors side. Consecutive boundaries has brought them back in the game, closing out that required run rate. Amanul Akbar moves to 9 runs, and Ramesh won't be happy with his loose deliveries now. He's already conceded 10 runs of his 5 deliveries. Here comes Ramesh. Last ball of the over. Oh, that's a big one. The fielder coming underneath it, but one bounce into it. So it will just be a single to Amanul Akbar to finish off the 8th over. The Northern X Factor of 46 for the loss of 5. Eight overs, 46 for 5. Another bowling change for the Kings 11. We got Marlon Bharat. Has a good record, 19 wickets of his 9 matches in Masters cricket. Experienced campaigner here, we can say. Has previous experience as well playing here. So he comes into the attack hoping to pick up some wickets, because Amanul Akbar has found the momentum so far for the Northern X Factor. So on his fair share, and for him it will be great if he's able to keep scoring here for his team. But Marlon Bharat, his sole purpose is to come and break this partnership, hopefully pick up some wickets and close out the game. So it's Marlon Bharat. He will be bowling to Amanullah Akbar. Here he comes. Oh, brilliant delivery. A mystery bowler here, Marlon. Not a mystery, but it'll be difficult to keep looking how he bowls, especially from the batter out there. It won't be easy to figure out what kind of delivery he's bowling. A full toss this time, low full toss. Didn't connect it, but just takes a single. Marlon Bharat. Sajam Sheth down the leg side will be a wide. There's Marlon. Brilliantly bowled. He's bowling stump to stump. He has that Sunil Narayan kind of action and impression, the way he pulls. So it'll be interesting how the batters approach him. Oh, that's a good looking sweep shot. The fielder, no, even though he was there, that came out really quickly and finds the fence. So boundary now this time. This time it's Saad Jamshed. Little too full. Marlon would be happy with that ball. Brings up the 50 now. Finally for the Northern X Factor with that boundary. So they've slowly gained the momentum as needed for the game. Oh, that's a beauty. They're so impressed. Oh, the bowler and the keeper were really certain it was a wicket. And the umpire says no. And actually, the umpire has consulted with the leg umpire and he has actually overturned the decision and it's given as a wicket. So the Marlon Bharat, after that boundary, has picked up a wicket. And that's number 6 down for the Northern X Factor. Saad Jamshed comes back into the pavilion after scoring 12. There's a hesitation there. Hesitation there between the umpires. But then after consulting the leg umpire, the finger finally raised up. Northern X Factor 52 for 6. Ashish Patel comes into the attack. Good delivery to start off with. Sanyam Sharma is the new batter for the Northern X Factor. Batter number 8, down at number 8. So Marlon Bharat picked up a wicket of the last delivery of his over. Here comes Ashish Patel for the Kings 11. Brilliant bowler. He bowls with sheer pace. As you can see, it's difficult to track the ball when it comes out of his hand. So Sanyam Sharma now joins Amanullah Akbar, who's still out there on the crease. Ashish Patel, the bowler, as you can see, has a brilliant run up coming into the wicket. Brilliant ball. That's a white ball. He's bowling so quick, and you can see the keeper is closer to the stumps as well. So it's very brave for the wicket keeper to be out there and be able to catch on that ball, keep hold on that ball with the pace Ashish Patel is bowling at the moment. Full toss. I think he was aiming for the Yorker. He couldn't achieve that. Good looking drive through the covers. It's not able to stop it. There's some cover in the corner region. Just be a single. And he's got him. Ashish Patel dislodges the stump out of it. That's number 7. We apologize. There's still some technical difficulties with the scorecard, but we'll get that fixed as soon as possible. But meanwhile, as you can see on the screen, Ashish Patel has picked up another wicket for the Kings 11 Atlanta. The new batter Sanyam Sharma comes back to the pavilion. He's been bowled out with a sheer brilliant delivery. Unbelievable stuff we are seeing from the Kings 11 Atlanta. Meshikam, another wicket, 57 for 7. Amanul Akbar still out there, but we have batter coming down at number 9 for the Northern X Factor is Javed Lakhani. Has to face 2 more deliveries of this over. Brilliant bowling here so far. 1 more ball to go. Javed Lakhani, the new batter in. Looking to save on to his wicket. So Ramesh. Oh, that's a call. That's an appeal. Brilliant over. Brilliant over from Ramesh Chikamma. 10 overs gone. The Northern X Factor, 57 for 7. So 10 overs, 57 for 7. Marlon Bharat will continue here for his spell. Picked up a wicket of the last over he bowled. Here is experienced campaigner we are talking about. He'll be looking to pick up another wicket. Here he is setting up his field, especially for that delivery. He was bowling a couple of deliveries in the last over where Amanul Akbar was sweeping him. We're looking to avoid that this time. Well bowled now, Marlon Bharat. And that's been hit and straight down the ground. That's cleared the field and the deep mid wicket region. And Amanul Akbar connects it beautifully. A welcome 6 here for the Northern X Factor. And as you can see, that's a brilliant shot there. Amanul Akbar moves on to 19. There's 15 deliveries. Marlon Bharat, a little loosener, from him. And he has coverage there in the leg side region. Here comes Marlon Bharat. Going for the big one. This time completely misses the ball. Good take from the keeper. Who's the DJ Singh? Daljit Singh. Oh, again, innovative again here from Anil Akbar. Fielder well plays. The call is for two. He needs a good throw. He needs a good throw, but a very loose one there. Aman Akbar was able to get a couple of runs. So that's what the Northern X Factor would need. Aman Akbar on strike so he can at least get some runs on the board. Because they're already 7 wickets down. Full toss this time. Hidden through the covers. That should run away for a boundary, but if the keep... Oh no, actually it stopped down. Good running. Good coverage from the fielder down there. So a couple of more runs. 2 more runs. So it's going well so far in this over. Marlon Bharat won't be happy with this one. Straight to the fielder. So a dot ball to finish off the 11th over. The Northern X Factor are 67 for 7. So Ramesh continuing his spell. It might be Ashish Patel, but I'm not sure if the scorecard says it correctly at the moment. But yes, it will be Javed Lakhani on strike. He will be targeting the stumps as it did in the previous over. Absolute pace there from the bowler. Javed Lakhani will come back, take a single, and bring the informed striker Amanullah Akbar on strike, who won't mind facing him as he has the momentum to hit certain deliveries out of the park. Here he comes. Oh, brilliant delivery there. Just very late on that shot, Akbar, but was able to get something on it, so gets a single. 69 for 7. They require 132 runs more of the remaining 8 overs after this. This is a really tough task in these conditions, and how they have approached the game so far. Jawad Lakhani goes for the big one. That's something new from him. We haven't seen him so far. But a good shot, just a single down in the long on region. And that's cut down the leg side. That's racing away, and that should run away for 4 runs. The speed with which Ramesh is bowling is absolutely tremendous. There's no one catching that, even it races, passes through the fielder. Four runs this time to Amanullah Akbar. Daljit Dosanjh. Here we go. Well bowled and headed through the offside. As you can see, 127 runs needed of 49 deliveries. I think it's possible, we have seen things happen. It requires these two batters to stay out there till the end. Very well bowled and very well watched from the batter as well. Another single, this delivery. 12 was gone, it's 76 for 7. Shane Raina, the new bowler, into the attack. Left arm spinner. Javed Lakhani on strike. Shane Raina was the opener here for the Kings 11 Atlanta. Gave a good start. Now looking to get into the attack and get some wickets here. A similar mold of a bowler, like how we saw Himanshu Patadia is. And Himanshu Patadia troubled the batters throughout this innings. So Shane Raina will be looking to finish the innings with this bowling. With delivery down the ground will just be a single. There's a Manul Akbar on strike. Was batting on 29 of just 22 deliveries. It's keeping the scoreboard ticking for the Northern X Factor at the moment. And something good to see. Making sure they can score and bring that net run rate to a respectable level, because it would be crucial as we go into the latter stages of the tournament, as net run rate will be crucial for you to qualify for the next phases in the next round. And Akbar going for the big one, and has gone all the way for a big six. Amanul Akbar is making this game really interesting. Another big one this time to the new bowler Shane Raina. The fielder got some hand on it, but again it was so high it went past for a big one over the crowd into the other ground. You're at the Katy Hockley. Shane Raina. And he's finally gotten the breakthrough. Number 8, Shane Raina, the new bowler. He has got the dangerous Amanul Akbar, and that might be the last hope for the Northern X Factor, who has to depart out of the game. They lose their 8th wicket for just 83 runs, still 118 runs short, and it looks eerily impossible to reach those targets of the last 2 wickets. Shane Raina picks up a big one. Well played, Aman Bhai, as we see the crowd cheering for him. Gave them a good passage of runs in the last few overs. Asad Ali replaces him out there in the middle. He will join Javed Lakhani. He will have one ball to face here of this over. Shane Raina picking up that wicket. Left-handed batter seems like Asad Ali. On the leg side will be a wide. Looking to finish strong. Oh, that's an appeal. Oh, the finger's gone up. That's number 9, and he picks up 2 wickets of the very first over. Asad Ali seemed to be like not happy with that. But 13 overs gone, the Northern X Factor, 84 for 9, and they're 1 wicket short of getting, or actually not out. Yes, 84 for 9, last wicket to go. Davinder Vasudev will be the last batter to come in, and the Kings 11 Atlanta are sensing victory here at the moment. A dominant performance so far here from the Kings 11 Atlanta. 200 runs when they came out to bat in the first innings, and the bowlers, building on that first innings and showing what they are as a team. They already picked up 9 wickets. That's in the 13 overs, 84 runs. Davinder Vasudev, as we talked about, the last man in. It seems like when 17 runs needed of 7 overs, definitely impossible at this stage of the game. So let's see, would this be the over where they pick up that final wicket? Charandeep Burke will be bowling his first over in this innings. Here we go, is a fast bowler running through in straight to Javed Lakhani. Now it brings the last man, Davinder Vasudeva, facing him for the first time. Northern X Factor would be looking to reach 100 at least 50% of what the Kings 11 scored. Here we go. And that's an appeal. Short of an edge. Umpire says not interested. Charandeep Burke, brilliant delivery now. Here we go. Third ball of the spell. Looking for the big one. But that's been cleared the ropes. Surprise, surprise. Charandeep work into the action. The Vinder Vasudev goes for the biggie. And he clears it successfully and handsomely. 6 runs for him and his team. 91 for 9 now. 3 more balls to go in this over. Here comes Charandeep, the Vinder. We're looking for another big one. Swing and a miss. Again, we can see there's only one thing that he's trying to do, which is go hard or go home. Go big or go home. The Vinder Vasudev. If he times the ball really well, he's definitely able to clear the ropes because of the short boundaries we have over here today. And straight down the ground, the fielder was up inside the circle, not helping their cause. They'll come back for a second. So the Vinder Vasudev looks really good with his batting. So one more ball to go in this over. Here we go, Charandeep. Down the ground. This time he was outside the circle, so it doesn't fall to them. So that should be the end of the over. 14 overs gone. Northern X Factor, 94 for 9.